So I'm Joe Riego, mobile game producer for Bandai Namco. I'm the mobile game producer for Outcast Odyssey.
Could you just give us a brief synopsis of your game?
So my game is kind of like card battling evolved. So many people are familiar with games like Marvel War of Heroes or Rage of Bahamut as the card games on mobile. My game wants to take that to the next level. It involves multiple engagement points and touch points and giving more to the player.
What separates it from the other card games?
Those multiple touch points are definitely new and innovative. The actual gameplay revolves around a lot of Rochambeau mechanics. Different factions have different abilities and effects in the game, whereas most games are kind of like click win for the most part, or tap win for the most part. So adding that, and then on top of that, adding exploration and discovery make for a much more interesting gameplay from my perspective.
Could you go in a little bit detail on the exploration of your game?
So much like the rogue-like kind of game that's currently out there, that's popular in a lot of indie games and other games like that, you are tapping through a world or a map and identifying new threats or things which can either be beneficial to you or negative to you. And that freedom of choice, that player agency that provides is much more compelling as opposed to click to the next aspect of the game.
Can you talk to us about the social aspects of your game?
In terms of social aspects, we have full Facebook integration, game center integration, where you can meet and find other people to play with. We have a fully featured guild system where you can meet with like-minded individuals and try to rule the charts and rule the leaderboards and win events. So you can donate to the guild, make your guild stronger, and that will give you additional benefits. You can play solo if you wish, and rule the board by yourself if possible. That will require you to play forever and ever, which is a great thing. But the fun part is that you can play with friends, you can meet people. We also have a full chat system enabled in the game, so you can chat with people that are actually live in the game at that time. So it's really interesting. We also have messaging and stuff like that, so you can really get around and figure out what the meta of the game is and who you want to play with, how you want to play with. Eventually we might implement card trading, so those are all things that are kind of on the horizon for the game.
And can you talk about your asynchronized multiplayer?
So the game is an asynchronous multiplayer game, much like many of the other card games, which means that you can play with your friends but not necessarily have to be on with them at the same time, or you can attack other players and they don't necessarily have to be on at the same time. The game does alert you if you are attacked, so you can check out and see who's been kind of like trying to test out your defenses and extract righteous retribution. So. And
what role do microtransactions play in your game?
So microtransactions of the game are definitely an optional thing. They're meant to increase and enhance the gameplay, but through play, you're able to get, through just normal free play, you're able to get lots and lots of goodies and stuff. And actually that was one of the design principles of the game, was can we give more to the player, more card, more experience without them having to pay? And if they do pay, if they are interested in in-app purchases, that whatever they get is worth the time and the effort and the money that they put into it. So.